What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 16 of Building the Inferno Squad on Endor. And this is a little bit of a weird episode for me because we've got the bulk of the work done. We have to build platform 4, which is going to be an experimental type build for me, so I'm not exactly sure how to film that. I think I'm just going to update you as I go and not really do a time lapse or anything like that. Just want to sit down, watch some Star Wars theory, relax, build a little bit, and see what I come up with as far as platform 4. The other things we need to do are just build up some trees, some of the plant work around here, and we have to top off the mountain. So I'm waiting on some pieces to do that stuff, which hopefully should be here, Wednesday or Thursday of this week, so we can do some of that in this episode as well. Thank you guys for the awesome feedback on the waterfall. It seems like you guys really liked that, and you liked the white studs, so I'm really appreciative of the great feedback on that. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead, start building and see what I come up with, and you know how it works on the world of time and YouTube. 1 second, I'm gonna show you an update. See, I told you I'd be right back. 1 second, it's all it takes. And we have a little bit of a challenge here. Obviously, I've kind of known this for a while, and I'm sure you have as well. There isn't a whole lot of space here for platform 4. And I've had some different ideas playing this out in my head over the past several weeks of what I might do. And I've always had the idea that I'm going to build like half of what the platform would be. Typically, you have one big pillar, a walkway over to the next kind of big pillar. But I know that I don't have enough room to really put 2 in here. So my thought here is that I'm going to have the front one here, and then we're just going to do half of the back one, and then we'll have a small little bridge or walkway across between the 2 pillars. Now, I've played around with a few different designs, well, really just 2 designs, and I've kind of landed on this design because based on some images and some studying that I've been doing on platform 4, there's some doors that are going to be in this first kind of pillar area, and I think I'm just going to build 1 door on the front. We just don't have a whole lot of space, and I need to make this look pretty cool, but I also need to try and make it accurate, while obviously I don't have the necessary room to make it totally accurate to the scene from Battlefront 2. I did decide to go with these kind of half-round pieces in a little bit of an oval design. I mean, look, I just have tons of those pieces, and I think it's good to use. I did play around with kind of this, a snot technique, and I think if I had more room, this might look pretty cool. But with the limited amount of space that I have, this is what we have to work with. So what I think we really just need to do is buckle down, build this up, and just kind of see what it's looking like after we get a little bit of it built up. So let me go ahead and do that. All right, so I got a little bit of it built up here. Hopefully you can start to see the direction that I'm headed in. We have the half pillar here in the back, and then the full pillar in the front. Now, if you look at the source material, this kind of base or walkway that's around the pillar is an octagon, and I'm not going with an octagon here because it would end up making this a bit too wide and it would take up more space. And I really think that I'm at the max amount of space that I want to take up in the build for platform 4. So we're offset a little bit, and we have this walkway here. We'll have a door right there, and we'll do some stairs kind of off of here, and I think that'll do a good representation of the walkway around the pillar. But this is the end of day 1. It's Monday. It's 1 a.m., well, Tuesday morning, and yeah, we'll get back on this tomorrow. I think we might actually be pulling this off. Obviously, we're making some compromises here just due to the size of space we're working with and the size and scale I'm building platform 4 to, but within the scale that we're working within, I think that we're looking all right. We have the machine gun. So if you played Battlefront 2, this is like, oh, sorry, I said machine gun. It's the blaster cannon. This is the blaster cannon that is trying to take down the ATST in the game. And this is the door design I came up with here. You know, I only have so much room to work with, so that was about the best I could get. I was going to do a surround, like I was going to have this continue down the sides, and that would have looked cool, but I really wasn't able to get that to work. I like the Imperial insignia we have on there. That's pretty awesome. I really like these panels turned around to the back. I think that provides some really cool detail on here. And I think that really kind of adds to that kind of railing that's going around platform 4. And we have one staircase over here. I'll have to add a railing, but all in all, so far, I think we're looking all right. What I'm going to do now is continue building upwards and try and get that walkway or pathway between the two pillars built in as well. I don't believe I'm going to get the top going. We might be able to get started on that, but we might take a break from that and move over to some landscape as I have some pieces coming in. So let's get back to work. All right, so here's a pretty interesting solution that I came up with because we need to build the walkway from one pillar to the other, and I've decided to go with a snot technique so I can build the walkway across this way using snot bricks. The challenge is that we have, you know, studs on one side and anti-studs on the other, and so if I build this way, we're not going to have a connection over here. So my solution was to actually start from both sides and build to the middle where they can meet in the middle. So I've built two sides that look like this. So I'll go ahead and place this in here. Here's side number 1. And then here is side number 2. And you can see how they line up and meet in the middle. And then as for kind of the details that you see in the walkway, I just decided to build this little piece here that just kind of sits in there like that. And I think that's a pretty good solution for the walkway here. And I'll do the same for the other side, and then we can put a minifigure inside of here, and that'll be pretty cool. So it's now Thursday, and I'm still dealing with a little bit of illness. It is what it is. But now we have it built up as high as I can go because I ran out of pieces to build it up higher. Those are on order. But we have connected, and we do have the walkway fully installed there. I think it looks pretty good. I'm pretty happy with how that turned out. I definitely would like to hear what you guys have to say down in the comments for sure. And over here we have this side part here that's installed here on the side. Now, one thing that I came across, which is a little bit of a challenge, I tried a few solutions, but I couldn't come up with one, is basically, as you can see, this is built in a little bit of an oval shape, so I could kind of crunch it and fit it in there. I wanted to make sure I had, this wide enough. I didn't want to come into the pathway here too far, so I made it, 4 studs wide here, and then 2 studs wide here, as you can see. And when following the design of this, for this, what ended up happening is we have a little bit more of a gap there than we have over here. This is a lot more flush because it's wider, and over here it's not so flush. And I don't like that 100%, but I've tried a few solutions, like you cannot fit a plate behind there. So 1 by 4 or 6 or 8 plate doesn't work there. I tried brackets, they don't work there. I could maybe try panels, but that's going to get a little bit difficult in connecting all this together. It just might be something that I live with and try and not to highlight in the final images of the mock when I do the cinematic and the finale. You guys let me know what you think about that. If it's, just terrible and it's awful and just kills the whole thing, or if you think it's going to be all right. Plus, remember, we're going to build up higher here and get the platform. So this will be higher in the mock as well. And I didn't want this to be like too high, right? I kind of want it to feel like it's, fits in with the rest of the build as far as the height of everything. So just dealing with a lot of restraints and restrictions as far as the size that I can build this. And I think with the size, constraints that we have, I think it's looking pretty good. So now what we can kind of do, since I need to order some more pieces for this, is I actually got pieces in, and I think that we'll go ahead and start building up some landscape here. That'll be nice and relaxing. I can just get it built up, watch Thursday Night Football, which is an absolutely atrocious game. But yeah, here we are, and yeah, let's go ahead and continue building. So we've made some pretty good progress. I'm not completely done here. I ran out of grass pieces. I should know better by now to actually figure out how many pieces I need rather than just trying to guess or thinking that ordering 200 is going to be enough, because 200 burns really quickly when you're making these trees. So we still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trees just right here, and then we're gonna have to have some more small ones around, and we're gonna do some bigger trees right here. And now I'll tell you what the tricky part about putting the plants into Endor is, for me at least. Endor is a very, very thick forest planet from everything that I've seen, and I've seen some good mocks where they've just put a ton of plant work on the build, and I think that looks pretty good. But the only challenge I have with that personally, in my own mind, just the way that I think about things and the way that I view things, is that it can come off a little bit busy. So I want you to clearly be able to see the minifigures on the battlefield and to clearly be able to see the landscape. So I have to strike that balance between building it up so it looks thick, like a thick forest like you'd see on Endor, but keeping it minimal enough that you can clearly understand what it is you're viewing through the camera when, viewing it, for lack of a better word, I guess you could say. So the way that I'm doing the plant work is it's kind of like organized chaos in a way. I'm trying to put things in bunches, but not too bunchy, and I'm not trying to overdo it. I'm still trying to leave some space for, some of the landscape in the ground to breathe, because that's where we're going to put minifigures. Like, I'm planning to have some rebels running through here, and then obviously we're going to have a bunch of minifigures down here. So let me know what you guys think so far about the plant work that I'm doing. I think these trees look really cool on here, and I can't wait to get some more into the build. I can't wait to finish getting trees on here. So things are definitely coming along with the build. I'm excited to get the rest of the trees and plant work into the landscape, as well as the additional rocks. I think that's going to look really cool. I think adding more trees is going to even help this look more like Endor as we go. So I'm pretty excited to do that, and I think I'll try to get into that in the next update. I think I'll also start planning or looking into or toying around with the top of the platform, which is probably going to be a snot technique. I have some pieces coming in that are going to help me out with the underside, so we'll see how that all turns out. I'm pretty excited, and I overused the word excited, but you know, I am looking forward to seeing how that comes together and how I pull that off. So look, if you're new here and you're interested in LEGO Star Wars and custom creations, make sure to hit the subscribe button. That would be awesome. And hit the notification button so you are notified the next time I upload. And hit the like button if you like the video. And thank you guys always for watching these videos. Thanks for your support. I appreciate every second of these videos that you watch, and every second helps a great deal. It helps send those positive vibes to YouTube that you're digging the content and maybe other people would too. So I appreciate that. So look, you guys watch this video right here. I'm not sure what it's going to be, but it's going to be an old build that I created, and it probably will be pretty cool. So check it out if you like that. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks a lot. Have a good one.